3. Whereas in a fire on a business premises in Beautiful Jack Commercial Center, Miri, on the 6th of January 2017, a young woman who tried to escape from the fire ended in tragedies. 4 other adults suffered serious injury in the same incident. It was reported that the fire spread rapidly to other fire premises in the same row before the fire and rescue personnel arrived on the scene. And whereas many of the shop houses in Sarawak has allowed residential purposes on the highest floor, and many of these old premises have not allowed emergency exit routes or basic fire service safety. And whereas the Sarawak Building Ordinance 1994 provides exemption to some of the existing buildings. And it is crucial that the fire safety measures are taken to prevent further tragedy to occur again in terms of both emergency exits for the victims and the presence of firewall to prevent the rapid spread of fire. Therefore, it is moved that the House hereby resolve that the Sarawak government to consider, not to spend money, to consider taking steps to implement appropriate fire safety regulations to the shop houses built prior to the Sarawak Building Ordinance taking effect in Sarawak. Number 2, the Sarawak government to implement the regular inspections and to enforce the fire safety regulations in accordance to the Sarawak Building Ordinance 1994. Thank you.
Section 66 of the Building Ordinance 1994 provides, quote, buildings which on the date of commencement of this ordinance have been erected or in the course of being erected or have not been erected but plans have been submitted and approved and which according to bylaw 112 of the building bylaws contained in the 4th schedule shall, within the classification of place of assembly, shop, office, other residential buildings exceeded 18.5 meters and buildings which are classified as hazardous or special risk shall be modified or altered to comply with parts 6 and 7 of the building bylaws contained in the 4th schedule. With A, 1 year from the date of commencement of this ordinance in the case of buildings up to 3 years, and B, 3 years from the date of commencement of this ordinance in the case of buildings exceeding 3 stories. Part 6 and 7 of the building bylaws deal with fire requirement and fire alarms, fire detection, fire extinguishment, and firefighting access. In other words, there is already specific provision as stated in Section 66 of the Building Ordinance 1994 and building bylaws to cover the resolution sought by the Honourable Member for Pujut. Therefore, there is no necessity in having another fire safety regulation as suggested. Motion dismissed.